Hello, hello, hello. As ever, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, as you know, because you're already here on the website and you've pressed the button to, yeah. Anyway, I'm here. It's Warhamster time. Now this is what I've done previously, but it's finished now, so we're going to start on something new. But I thought I'd start with this. This video, as ever, is live and the chat is open. So if you're about, pop in, say hello. I've got some chat just over there, so I can see what's going on. At the moment, we have Candygram from Mongo's been in. He's been in early, saying evening. We also have Dad and Spiddy 8 are in, both being mods for me. So keeping an eye on, well, just on Mongo at the moment. So he feels very looked after, I'm sure. Kenneth's in. He's asking Spiddy if he's smiling. I'm sure he is, because he's a very happy person, Spid. This is Sunday, so it's Warhamster time. This is the Dark Elder Raider that I've been doing over the last several weeks. Now, normally the Warhamster stream I lock and put behind the Patreon exclusive paywall for reviewing again. This particular episode, being that it's sort of Christmas time, I'm not going to make Patreon exclusive. This is going to be available on my channel for everybody, so you can see what you've been missing. Basically, I've been building this over the last 2-3 months-ish. About 10 weeks I think it's taken so far. So I've done this from building from plastic up to painting and some weathering and putting some Blood of the Blood God on it, things like that. So that's finished now, so I can move that away. The new project is the one that I started last week, which is very kindly gifted to me by Fox, the model making guru, who would be in chat, but he's busy eating, so he might not be. Is the Taurox, which I'm going to do as the Taurox Prime, because it's got little rocket launchery things on it. It looks really cool, but I'm going to have the dude in it as well, assuming I can manage to fit it in. Last week, previously on Warhamster Sunday, I did the tracks, the 4 track things, which you can tell which is which because of the way that the holes are located in them, and they're different sizes and they're slightly different. So they were built, cut off the screws, built, and I say sanded down a bit, but not painted or anything yet. I'm going to build it all and then paint it. So they've been done, so I can move those to one side. The next stage of the build is over here. We're doing the front suspension and then the rear suspension and then fitting the tracks to the suspensions. And then we'll continue on from there and see basically how far through we get. It's going to start putting the main body together. If you haven't watched one of these before, it's basically just me. Everyone else, say anyone else, can pop up in chat and say hello and talk to you, and any questions or observations that you have, you're welcome to put them in the chat and I'll read them out. If I don't catch it in chat, say as like a Monday night e-models thing, if you put it in bold, then it's easier for me to see. There is actually the super chat option down there somewhere, up there somewhere, down there, which will put it in a big box and I think make noises at me. So I shouldn't be able to miss that, but it's not me that's going to be answering your questions anyway, because I'm pretty much hopeless. It's going to be the other people in chat with you, so just talk amongst yourselves while I'm busy cutting bits off of sprues and things. And yeah, you never know who you might find. It looks, I haven't looked at numbers or anything, but it's this sort of stuff that I'm going to be doing now, so it's probably that sprue. So let me get the box and the other one out of the way for now. Let's have a look and see what we're doing. Spid says we're all watching you, Candygram, and he's a bit nervous, I think, by the looks of the little picture that he's put up. Spid's I had a bad back and someone leant on it, but he's getting better now. But yeah, hopefully he's good for Christmas. Pascal's in, saying evening, and Spid's making sure that I'm making tracks with the Taurox, because he's, yeah, making tracks, not wheels, Kenneth. I'm not doing tracks, let's see. Right, so I'm going to just get on with it. The length of this show is open for discussion and debate. It's going to be at least an hour or so. Normally my streams end up being sort of an hour and a half, ish. We'll just see how it goes. I have been off at work today, although it's not been very tiring or anything, but I'm not going to be on here forever. So we'll just see how far through I get, what we do, and we'll go from there. Now these cutters are actually, I say, not the flashy god hand things, but they are pretty good. So I can actually get in really close to the kit itself and cut off with minimal nubbage. And yeah, not so much tidying up required. Need parts number 30, 2 of them to go onto it. Now most of this kit does obviously need gluing together, which Tamiya Extra Thin does the job splendidly. The only other thing of note today is I've got a little sort of coffee dry throat thing, so I might occasionally go quiet and have a drink, but other than that it will just be me talking and blabbering away, because I can't stand the dead air. You can't leave the mic empty with nothing going into it, because it's not right. I should put some background music on, but then it's all, trouble with copyright and music and stuff. I'm looking for part 48, which apparently are these little thingy things. I bet they're going to be on the other sprue now, aren't they? 44, 45, 45. Although Games Workshop do now number their parts on the sprues, they don't number the sprues themselves, so yeah, now it's just confusing because there's just loads of stuff. Right, 115, 70. The numbers aren't in order. That's the tricky bit with this. So what I'm really doing is looking more for the things. If any of you sees it, look, there's one. 48. I see it. I told you it'd be on this one. Let me move that one out of the way for now. The trouble is I need more bench space. I've got more space than I used to have, but it's still not enough. But at least now I know what it is I'm looking for. It'll be in a gap like that. There we go. Another one just down there. 48. Right. So, assuming that you can obviously see what I'm doing and hear me, I'm coming through loud and clear, or as clear as ever, I hope. If not, let me know. If you can't hear me, tell me. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work, because if you can't hear me, ask you if you can hear me. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Right, so let's have a look while I'm doing this. I can have a quick nosy on the chat and see if there's anything happening. Spid says, "Hey up, has Chris disappeared for 9 else?" 9? 9? 10? Anyone, I think he means, but he's not typing very well. Are you saying that I've disappeared, or are you being humorous? Oh, the stream went offline momentarily, but it's back. Okay. I think it was my internet. Oh, it might be my internet by the sounds of it. But, no, I'm pretty sure I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. Let me know if it does give a problem, because, well, I can't do anything about it, but, it's always nice to know. As far as I'm aware, it's broadcasting, so hopefully someone will let me know if there is problems. Just make sure I'm not getting messagey things. Oh, that was Fox telling me the stream's died and it's come back. Stream's gone. Oh, it's back. You froze. Yeah, thanks guys. Ah, dear. The joys of the internet. Not sure. Don't think they're nubs. I think they might be ribbity things. Let's get my being able to see things. No, I'm pretty sure they are actually nubs. They don't. Let's see, where's that going to go on there like that? Yeah, that's going to go inside. So yeah, they're definitely nubs. Let's get rid of them. Drops in and out. Not just me. I thought cows had stopped on the Highland internet treadmill momentarily. No, I think it's not necessarily my end, but it's not just you. hopefully it will sort itself out and tidy itself up and all be okay for you. If not, as I say, you can, well, assuming it uploads alright, you can watch back later. So they're going to be going in there, that way round. So yeah, definitely not nubs because it's right in where it needs to come up against the casing. So they don't need to be looking tidy, they just need to be out of the way. Right, since I've been here, the Orc Boys are coming and Gaz Vickers is in as well. So evening everybody. That's those. So let's get some glue. And let's see if we can get these stuck in. Being that these are both the same and those are both the same, it doesn't matter which way round they go. So I can just slap some glue on around the edges and drop it in. And then I can touch some more glue in around the edges there as well, just to make sure it's in there properly. See, Fox didn't have this trouble when he was doing wheels. I don't know. Did the wheels have to have this suspension, or did they come with other bits? I'm not sure. I think he's watching, but he's eating, so he can't type as well. There we go. That's that on there. And these bits will go which way up? The long bit down the bottom. Oh, they've got little chamfered bits on there for fitting in there, like that. Looks like that. Yep. Right, let's get these in, and then I'll have a little nose round chat again and see what's been going on. What has been going on with you lot anyway? It's I say I'm doing this live on Sunday the 23rd of December 2018. 2 days till Christmas. So none of you should have had Christmas presents yet. These people are talking about anyone getting anything plasticky and nice for Christmas. You don't know yet, do you? That's the whole point. You haven't had Christmas yet. You can't be telling you what presents you're going to have. Dad says his daughter's got me a Games Workshop e-voucher. That's always good. Yeah, then you can get all the paint you need. Because I know you've not got very much paint from Games Workshop already. Gaz says the wife is mean. Orc Boys says I think I've got enough. Talking to Spid. Oh, plasticky stuff, yeah. Yeah, I've got enough kits at the moment. It's terrible. Right, so that's the front suspension assembly. So let's skip ahead and not do the back one yet. Let's have a look at this. The front ones, which ones are they? That's those ones. These ones are the back ones, I think. Although they look the same now than that side. That's annoying. 1, 2, 3. Show me the outside there. So yeah, that's the front ones, and that's the back ones. Has this got a front and back? That's the real question. No, I think that is the same front and back, so we don't have any orientation from that. And these are going to go in through the middle there. Yeah, that goes in there. Just like that. Actually, that might not need to be glued in. That's gone in there quite securely, actually, so that'll make it easier for if I need to put it apart to paint anything. That's good. Yeah, and these are different. I didn't pick up two the same, did I? Right, let's start again, shall we? Let's have a look. It's the ones with the little pointy bit, not the ones with the little pistons in there. I don't need them ones. It's the ones with the pointy bit that are on the front. So they go on there, and they're not so tight. So yes, I will have to glue these. So as ever, forget everything that I've just said because it was just rubbish. I'm going to put that in there, glue that one on there, and do the same on the other side. There we have. the front tracks, 2 front suspension, and the same thing in lots of different languages. There we go, tracks, so much better than wheels, aren't they? Yes, Fox is in. He says, can't talk, eating. But yes, I used those suspension parts the same as you. I just didn't use the tracks at all. Also, hi all, now back to food. Speed's wondering why you can't talk because you don't type with your face. But he's probably using his hands to shovel the food in the general direction of his face. So, yeah. Right, that was that one. That was easy. I thought that was going to take much longer than that. I must be getting good at this model making stuff. I don't think there's the big bit off of here for the other one, for the rear suspension. Yeah, Dad says he hasn't got much paint. That's what you're going to need to get from Games Workshop then, isn't it? Candygram from Mongo is asking Fox, aren't you going to tell us what kind of delicious food you're enjoying? Yeah, you can't say you're too busy eating to talk and then not tell us what it is you're too busy eating. This one has got the 3 things on it, so it's those ones, 31, that I need to go onto that. I reckon it's something Chinesey. I don't know why, I just have that feeling. It's probably not. It's probably pie. I want to know what Fox has been doing all day, because he didn't bother doing his stream earlier. He said he was too busy with Christmas stuff. So I'm assuming he's been, you know, wrapping up all my presents and stuff like that. It's too late to send them out now, though. You left that wrong. Let's get these 2 bits off of there. There we go, all the bits. Let's have a look. I'm talking about who, you, yeah, right. Shall we have a poll? Spid's thinking kebab. And Dad just said, I bet it's a kebab. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Or will we find out? That's the real question. I'm sure Fox will tell us eventually. So, yeah. I've been at work today. Finished early, but still. Don't normally work Sundays. It's thrown my week completely. But being Christmas week in retail, you know, you got to get out there occasionally, haven't you? So I've got work tomorrow, but then I get a week off, so that's right. So I've got another early finish tomorrow, and then nothing to do for a week. Or say nothing to do. I'm sure there's stuff to do. I'm going to end up doing stuff around the house and stuff anyway. But I shall endeavour to get some more model making done while I'm here as well. If you've been following builds on my channel, you may well notice that the R2 is finished after 100 weeks of putting him together, and he worked mostly. There's a couple of bits that aren't quite right, but I don't think I can do anything about them. I think the app needs to be updated by Apple or D'Agostini themselves, and then it should work. But I'm happy with it. I put another video up this morning of just using the app. If you haven't watched that, if you've got any interest in watching that. Other than that, there's one more thing I want to do, which is a couple of little modifications to him and a little bit of weathering. So there's one more video that's I'm going to be filming over the next few days or a week or so, just to get some. I'm not going full on Dagobah filthy, but I am going a little bit further than throne room finish, so he's getting to get a little bit of weathering. And I've been painting up this evening a restraining bolt for him, which I'm going to be attaching using the power of magnets, so it can go on or off. And hopefully I'm going to get the weathering just right around it, so when it's not on you can still see sort of the bottom of where it will go. Right, Borry Models is in, saying hi everyone. And Speed says, I think there's an insignificant little family holiday called Christmas happening. Yeah, it might be happening at some point. It's the one where the shops are all shut for like 6 months because everyone panic buys and has to go out and buy everything quickly, don't they? Yeah. Right, let's just get these glued in. And then I shall read that long reply up there from Mongo himself. Get those in. Right, yeah, Candygram from Mongo says, that R2 is really cool. I built a full-size R2, all metal, about 9 years ago. Doesn't use an app though, just a huge radio control. That would be really cool. I haven't got anywhere near, I haven't got room for the half-scale one, let alone a real size one. What you should do is get a small child to sit in it and control it. That'd be the easy way of doing it. Mr. Nub. I thought I got that one done quickly. There we go. Because if you don't get that nub down, then the whole thing won't fit in there properly. Speed says, remember, tomorrow is Panic Buy All the Bread and Milk Day. It is. Yeah, I used to work in a supermarket, and it's terrible. I mean, you're shut for like, you know, a day or 2 days or something. So obviously you have to buy up all of the stuff in case you might need something. All the food that you bought might not last for that long. Yeah. People panic. There we go. That's that in there. All good. There's a little bit of seam line along here, which isn't a bit that I put together, but it's still not quite right. So I might try and tidy that up just a little bit. I can't get into all of it, but I can get the big bits tidied. Again, before painting, it's a lot of this sort of stuff will get covered over anyway. Fox says, check the orientation of the axle units before you glue the tracks. As I recall, they only go one way round on the chassis. Yeah, because these fit on the inside, which looks like it will be either way, but there is this little bit on both of them that will stick out. So obviously these are going one side. So you've got to make sure you get that the right way round now. This bit hasn't got an orientation preference, but as soon as you put that on there, it does because of these. But you can't get them wrong because they both have to go on from one side, so they're on the same side. You can't get it. No, you can't get it upside down. You can't do that bit wrong. But when you're putting that bit onto the base, you do need to get it the right way round because of that bit. Yeah. I shall keep an eye on that. I don't know that I'll be putting them on there today, but yes, thank you. I shall keep notes of that. Yeah, that's better than it was. Better than it was is pretty much my my modification mantra. And I've just noticed that bit that I'm tidying up is actually covered over by that. Anyway, so don't need to worry about it. I thought you have a seam line tool. I do. I've got it. It's over there. It's not really a seam line, and it's sort of. I don't know that the seam line tool would help because it's a bit too big to get in that groove, which is where it really is. That one might be able to get rid of a little bit. It's only a little bit. It doesn't worry me. I'm worrying about doing the painting right. I'm not worrying about doing all the putting the sticking the bits of plastic together properly. Let's see. Candygram says R2's fun to take to charity events. Everyone likes R2D2. He is huge though, and right now he has a huge Santa hat on. He's easier to decorate than hide away. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, my my R2's got actually an R2 Santa hat that I picked up from somewhere a year or so ago. Right. What were we talking about? Did you find out what food he had? Oh yeah, Nom's was gone now. It was a lovely stuffed crust pizza that not only had ground beef and chilies, but also nachos actually on the pizza and halloumi. I now have a mild fatness. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That doesn't sound terribly appetising. How was it, says Candygram from Mongo, and Modern Wrecking Guru says, here's a hint, there is none left. I don't know why I'm bothering reading out the chat, because if you're here, then you can see it. If you're not here, when you're watching back, you can still see it, because it saves it all now, and, you know, comes out later, so... yeah, read your own chat. I'm not your chat monkey tonight. If you are watching this and aren't actually on the YouTube and can't see the chat, I don't know how, because I don't think it's possible any other way. But come along and join in. There is apparently, I saw a number somewhere a minute ago. It told me how many people are watching. 19 people are watching now, so there's only like 4 of you talking. If you're one of the 19 people that aren't actually talking to other people, then come and talk to people. Most of them are lovely, apart from that one, but we won't mention about that one. Right, Modern Waking Guru says it's from Iceland. He added the halloumi himself, though. So, yeah. Other frozen food supermarkets are available. Actually, Iceland is the one that I used to work for. So, yeah. I didn't used to do that then. Didn't do nacho pizza. But it was, yeah, 20 years ago, so, yeah. Right, SpitterQ8. R2 sounds cool. My cousin had a full-sized Dalek on his landing when I last saw him. He was arranging a move to Spain, so no idea who went with him, and he's now wearing a sombrero. Yeah, that's even bigger. Not sure about that. Right, so there we have a pair of tracks. What do you call a pair of tracks? Is it a gathering of tracks or something? Yeah, that's that. That's another page done. There you go, sorted. Now we have the chassis assembly. Lots of bits to put on there. And then we can put the thingies on the thingy. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they'd be going in opposite directions, but they're actually... the holes on the outsides are both facing forwards. So, there we go. Let's try some chassis assembly. This is the big bit. So it's going to be the big bit, isn't it? That one, I think. Yeah, number 11. Biggest bit on the sprue. Gaz says, I missed the show today, Modern Waking Guru. I hope all's good. Do you mean that you didn't watch it, or you noted its absence and were sad that it wasn't there? Because nobody watched it, because Fox has got Christmas as an excuse for not doing his show. But Christmas is even closer now than it was when he did his show, and I'm still doing mine. But we won't bicker. No, it's fine. Life goes on. I think this is probably going to happen again next week. Obviously Christmas will be over, but it will be New Year Eve. I'll stay posted as ever. If you're watching the channel and like the stuff, you'll get notifications as and when it comes up. So the plan is at the moment to still have a Warhamster Sunday again. I don't know if Fox is about next week or not, but the eModels Monday is not around for a couple of weeks. Although we have next Saturday the, again, live build. This is good practice for doing a live build, you see, doing a live build. So we're building Toon Sherman tanks, the three of us, me, Fox and Ted. So that'll be quite interesting. That's obviously on the eModels channel, not on mine. And when's that? That's Saturday, so that's nearly a week away. The next thing might be of interest to some of you is on Wednesday. I'm not doing the evening with the gang this week on Thursday. But on Wednesday, I am doing an evening with everybody, where you, yes you, are invited to come along and join, as long as you've got a camera and microphone set up, or you're using a mobile device that lets you join Hangouts and things like that. You're welcome to come along and spend a bit of time with me and possibly some of the gang. No particular set time limit for it. If you want to pop in and say hello for 5 minutes, or stick out most of the show, feel free. Details on my Facebook page, and I'll put them in the community tab thing for YouTube, so everybody can see it. But basically it's just going to be an evening of hanging out and chatting, and you can show any builds you've been doing, things like that, or if you want to actually have live chat with me or possibly anyone else that turns up, feel free, or just come along and watch, or don't do anything at all. It's obviously the third option. So yeah, that would be of interest. So I'm not doing the gang on Thursday, but we'll do that on Wednesday, a little bit earlier at 7 o'clock as well, so 7 o'clock GMT. Paul at Glued to the Screws in, he says, I'm watching the channel, liking the stuff is a stretch. Yeah, but real world friends have got no choice, they have to watch. Candygram from Mongo tells Fox that I had to look up what halloumi is. It sounds like something I really need to try. I don't know that I've tried it. It's not something that ever appealed to me, but yeah, I don't like hummus and that sort of stuff either. Gaz Vickers, I've had 2 moths of illed everyone. 2 months off ill, I assume. No modelling, sadly. All boys are still waiting for Foxy's Falcon Friday shows. Osric 9000 went out to get a pair of sprue cutters today. Came back with 3 bags of Christmas stuff, mostly food. Did you come back with sprue cutters as well, though? That's the real question. That's because he likes food. Speedy Q8 says, I imagine the Falcon build will be popular because there's lots of Star Trek fans around. Yeah. Talking about halloumi. Yes, you do. Apparently you want to go and get some halloumi. Right, so this is going to put a base and a grill on the front, but before I get there, I'm going to play around with this and see. I noticed these were going forwards, so they are going to go in there like that. So yeah, painting up in there is really going to be a pain, but there we go, that's what it's all about. The tradition with Warhammer stuff is to build and then paint, rather than paint the sub-assemblies that I might normally do. Why is that one not going all the way down? Now you're going to tell me, look, there is a difference. And it looks like I've done them both wrong. Yeah, there is. There's a little cutout thing here, which that needs to go over that towards the middle. So then I've got them at the back, and I think that's the wrong way round, because they should be at the front. So yes, when I said it doesn't matter which way round because they look the same. They look the same, but they're not quite the same. So hopefully this glue hasn't quite set yet, and I can pull them off and turn them around and put them on the right way round. And this glue will be even less set. See, it's good that I've got you to help me with these things. What did Fox? No, Fox said about being careful with it, but I don't think he was talking about that bit. I'm sure he was talking about the other bit. So they'll go on that way round, and now that's at the front, and that's at the front, because that will go on there and fit over there properly. So let's get these glued back in the right way round this time. I knew it was going to be a problem, that's why I didn't use much glue on it, you see. I didn't know at all. You didn't tell me earlier in the comment. You told me about something completely different earlier in the comment. Spoon. Right. Speedy QS loves hummus. Co-op do an amazing caramelised onion one. Great on crusty sun-dried tomato bread. Okay. Can't wait to see Fox's Falcon build. I won't get one till my skills improve, but they're improving thanks to you guys. Ah, oh, that's sweet. I think he's talking about you, like not talking about me, obviously. Yeah, as Spid says, it's not practice build prices the fine grade Falcon. I mean, the reason I started doing models again was because of the D'Agostini Falcon. Because when that came out, I thought I'm going to start doing this and build this, but I didn't want to do much with it without practice, because I hadn't built a kit since, you know, long time ago. So I picked up a Colonial Viper and started doing that and found Fox's videos, and the rest, as they say, is all Fox's fault. Right, Fox tells me that halloumi is a cheese. Okay, I don't mind cheese, but it's not my favourite foodstuff. It's not meat, is it? If it was a bacon, then that'd be a whole different story. So yes, now I've got these the right way around. That will fit together more like that. Yeah, still difficult to paint, but there we go. So I won't put them in quite yet. I'll leave them to dry properly and find the next couple of bits that we've got to put together on here. If only someone had done a full build series of the D'Agostini Falcon, says Paul. Yeah, it's terrible that nobody even did, you know, very much of it at all, did they? I think someone started one, but didn't get very far through it. I'm going to need these momentarily, so I'm going to get them off while I found them. These are obviously the side walls. That's the other side wall. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to know how to build the cockpit of the Falcon, you're sorted. But if you wanted to do any more than that, you had some trouble finding anyone that did any video builds of it. Let's have a look. That's those. So I don't need them quite yet, but I will need them momentarily. I need 81 and 8. Oh, I bet 8 was back on that other one, wasn't it? 81's the big back bit, the big floor. So let's get that off now. There are lots of details on this. It's nice. I've got no idea how valuable it is in the game. If it's worth any, you know, millions of points, or a big tank thing, or if it's one of the rubbish tank things. So look, that should be back on there. There we go. It's that grill. That's the other bit that I was looking for. Get those off there, then while I'm sanding them down, I'll have a look and see if there's anything happening. Such things are not possible, says Fox, in relation to doing a build series of the Falcon. Halloumi is a squeaky cheese, says Phil Lewis. Evening, Phil. When you say squeaky cheese, is that when you're eating it, or when you're spreading it, or what makes it squeaky? Speed says, I know, I once heard a legend of someone starting one but never completing it. It's back from the mists of time. There was once a time when the Falcon was completed. It could happen. It's yeah, in theory, it's possible. Trout and Chards in the evening all. Who would do such a thing, says Fox. Who would start building a Falcon and then not finish it? It's just not on. I don't think that's... No, nobody would do that. Halloumi is the bacon of the cheese world. Ah, no, now you're selling it to me. It's still not bacon though, is it? Why would you bother having halloumi instead of bacon? Why not just have bacon? Bacon and halloumi roll is amazing food. Is that like bacon and bacon? It's a double bacon roll with halloumi. Paul says, I shall assume building rowboat googly men. I don't know what he's talking about now. I don't know, Paul. I'm not sure what that means. It's a mystery. It's a spid. Shrouded in the mists of time. No one knows. Some people say that it's possible to build a D'Agostini Millennium Falcon. Some say you can only build the cockpit. Right, that, I think, is all the nubs off of this. Chard says, my Falcon's still in bits. Yeah, I've seen some pictures of that recently. You've posted a few pictures of that up on the Facebooks. You're getting there. It's getting there. It'll get there. Once it starts coming together, it really comes together quite thingy. Phil Lewis tells me that it has a slightly squeaky texture when eating. Seriously delicious. Yeah, the only food that should squeak when you're eating it is like hamsters or something, isn't it? Bacon is the bacon of the cheese world, surely, says Trot and Trot. Yes, I think you're correct there. Bacon is the answer. Doesn't matter what the question is. Bacon is always the answer. Rowboat Googlyman is Warhamster dude, apparently. I don't know why. Rowboat Googlyman. Don't know. Okay, is he a Warhamster dude? A particular dude called Rowboat Googlyman? As you may have noticed, I'm building a Warhamster thing, but I don't know anything about it at all. Apparently this is the 40k thing, but apparently the other one is as well, the flying thing. They don't look at all similar. I think they could fight against each other, but they're not on the same team. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not likely to ever want to play the game, so I don't see the point in filling up my brain with the stats and everything from everything. I think my brain is full. May I be excused? Yes, so as I say, this video, unlike the previous ones, is going to be available to review and watch later. If you're not around now, you might be watching it later now already. If you like what you see, then consider joining my Patreon patronage, and for a small outlay per month you can catch the previous versions of this build and others to come, as well as occasional messages and posts and things that I put up exclusive to my patrons. Right, let's have a look and see. That needs to go onto that base bit, and they don't quite yet. I've got a couple of little bits to build on there as well. I just noticed these 49s which I have to find, and 21s for the other bit there. Right, this from Fox's Turning Pool. Please force feed Gross Models some halloumi so he can learn the ways of the squeak. I'll make him a lovely chorizo and lemon halloumi if he's not scared of chorizo and lemons. I don't think I've had chorizos either. I have had lemons. I'm aware of a lemon. I know what a lemon is. Right, let's see. That goes on there somewhere. That way round. That's why I can't put it on that way round. There we go. It fits in there like that. Cool. And that goes on the front with that fitting in there. Okay. So let's get that glued on there then. Looks like there's lots of contact along all of these edges. So let's get some glue slapped on there. And slapped on there as well. Can't go far wrong with that. And I'm going to add some more glue around there and let the caterpillar action get down and stick it where it needs to be. Still doing the tracks and missile launchers, Chris. Yep, the tracks are already here. Look, tracks, you missed them. Did them earlier. I did the tracks last week, and I've done the suspension bits just now. So yeah, it's 45 minutes since I started. It didn't take long to do them. I thought it was going to take a bit longer than that. But yeah, I'm still going to plan on doing the rocket launch rebuild on the Taurox Prime, and hopefully still having a dude sticking his head out. We'll see. That's that bit down. Then we just need to put that on the front. And then I can find the other bits that I've missed so far, a couple of little bits. Phil says, I see Chris is in need of some serious culinary education. Yeah, I like food, but I like food that I like. I'm just going to remove my jacket because it's a bit warm. You've not got an anti-spillage device, Chris. I've got one that it's got me sanding sticks in it all the way over there, so no, I can't use that at the same time. But it's fine. It's up against the edge. Look, I push it against the edge so it doesn't fall over. I'm going to find the other bits, 22, 49, and all the other bits. The big grill front faceplate thing, which looks like that, which has got numbers on it. That one has. This will be obviously another couple of weeks in the building, I would expect, and then I'll be starting doing some painting. That's that. 49. Are they going to be on this one? Or are they going to be on the other ones? 44. 44. Looks like that's on the other ones. But while I'm here, 21. That would come off here. Get them off. The closest Chris has ever got to foreign food is pizza. Pizza's foreign. Burgers are foreign. I have them. I like burgers. Burgers is probably my favourite food group. I do like a nice steak, but burger just for convenience. It's just great, isn't it? You can pick it up. You don't get your fingers messy, and you can eat it all. Right. Let's see if I can find 49. If you see it, tell me. I've seen one. There it is. There's 49 there. That's that one. I think there is only the one, because it goes on the front. It's sort of where the steering wheel thing goes. So I'm only looking for one of them. Okay, that's that. I got that bit, and I've got them bits. So that's all of the bits off for this page. Let's have a quick look. We'll have you eating haggis in no time at all, says Phil Lewis. No, you won't. I have tried, and don't like, generally offal, and all sorts of, black pudding and things like that are just not appetising to me at all. So yeah, sorry. Yeah. What did I have? We went to a Brazilian meat place, and they did chicken hearts or something. I think it was chicken hearts, and I tried them because I've never tried it before. I don't object to trying new stuff, but I just didn't like it. It's quite salty, so I didn't have them again. But yeah, I'm not objecting to trying things, but I've yet to find an offal type meal flavouring ingredient that I like, so I'm less likely to pick it up. Don't like black pudding, here's such a southerner. Sorry, yeah, I don't like it. I just don't. But that's good. If you do and I don't, that just leaves more for you, doesn't it? That's fine. That's my preferred Ford World price. Paul, I've missed that. What? Oh right, the Magnus the Pike for a very reasonable price. Yes, yeah. Paul got a very reasonable price on one of his Ford World things. I think Dad's selling off another anti-spillage device. Yeah, they do chicken hearts, says Paul. I agree with you on that. They weren't nice. Yeah, thank you. See, but I tried them. I don't remember if you were there that time. If I was with somebody, I think it must have been you then, by the looks of it. Right, so I don't need them yet. I've got the other side that I didn't need yet as well. So that's that one is the one for this side, which I need momentarily. But first of all, we've got this bit and that bit to do. Let's figure out how that goes on there. That goes straight down there. Oh, we're over the top of that. So that sticks out the front. Okay, that's fine. I did notice that there is a little bit sort of loose on there, and from the pictures it doesn't look like it should be there. So I think I'm going to remove that. I wasn't sure if it was meant to be there or not, because it wasn't actually a sprue thing, but let's get rid of that, because it's not in the pictures. If it's not in the pictures, you don't need it. That's what they say. Yeah, in fact, chicken hearts are awful. Oh, God, yes. Thank you, Paul. Very well said. So, that's that on there. And where is that bit? That goes on the inside. Oh, on that. Right, okay. Let's put that on there first then. Which way up? With that bit down and that bit up. So, got it the right way round. Let's add some glue to that. Get that on there. Nice thing about extra thin is it gives you enough time to move it around and get it where you need it to be before it sets in place. So yeah, that's that on there. Do not glue that front engine wall in without the side bits and the sideboards. They don't fully line up. I'm going to be doing the other bits next. So that bit goes on there like that. But Fox is saying make sure you get these on as well at the same time, and they go over there, under there, in there. Yeah, so that's got to go on there like that, and oh, that bit goes in front of it down there. Right, okay. What doesn't line up? It looks like it lines up to me. Should that be in there or on the front of it? Oh, that goes inside there, like that. Okay, so that's pretty much got to line up when I do that. Put the other side on there. That goes in there, and then that goes on there. That side seems to line up, and that side yeah, that's tweakable. Don't know, looks like it's going to line up for me. As in the sides of the engine compartment and the sides of the actual truck, you need to be able to wiggle them around to avoid gaps. Yeah, well, so that bit's gone on there without, it's not held in there, but it seems to be on there okay. And that bit goes in there alright as well. So if they're there like that, and they're there like that, it looks about right. There's going to be a little bit of give to them to wiggle, so I think I'll be alright with that. Phil Lewis says they just don't seem as nice. I'm not sure what we're talking about now. Oh, faggots. Okay, I'm talking about faggots. Try telling that to the youngsters today, they won't believe you. Belgian black pudding is better. Yeah, okay. Evening, Rhodey. I didn't notice that was you. Yeah, okay, so I think that's alright like that. So I'm going to glue that in there. And run that up the side there as well. I'm going to run this down the edge. And around there. Everywhere it needs to be glued. and hopefully I can get there quick enough that everything is still going to work and fit in where it needs to go. So this is the quick gluey bits where I can't talk while I'm doing it because I'm just doing it. So far so good. Let's get the side on. And lots of detail on the inside of this, and although it's not going to be visible, I'm still going to paint all the inside because that's the way we do things around here. There we go, that's that. Get that side done, then I can worry about the other one in a moment. This plastic's got a little bit of give to it, a little bit of flex. So it should be okay. Dad says he used to live about a mile from Brains. Loads of mates work there. Brains. I'm not sure why, but Foxy's saying good girl to me. So that's always a good sign. I think he's talking about the gluing and the fit. I could be wrong, but I'll take it. Used to think they were actual brains when I was young, says Trout Chart. There we go. I got lots done today. This is happening really quite smoothly. It's quite quickly. It's coming together. So far so good. Next bit is the other side, which I've already done. Look, I've already done that. Well, I didn't even turn the page and I've done it already. So now it's saying to put on lots of different bits on the front, and then it's saying to put the tracks on the bottom. So let's get some more bits cut off and ready to go. Let's move that out of the way for now. Oh, the painting of the inside. You weren't telling me I've done well. You're just doing... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, we always paint the insides of stuff, don't we? Even though, I mean, the inside of the ATAT Walker, it took blooming ages painting that, and you can only see it's through like a 2mm tinted windscreen that you can see the inside. You can't see it at all. But we know it's done. That's the important thing. It's nice to know that we've done it, even though you can't see it. Right, 100. I saw them down there. There's 199s on the other side. Yep. Let's get the big... what are they? They're sort of the exhaust vent things. Probably. Yeah, so, nearly Christmas. I know a couple of you have said what you're hoping to get and waiting for. Fox says, don't glue the bull bars on, add them once every... That one there. I'm missing that bit. Should be cut through. They're not cut through for some reason. Go from the other side. Yep, there we go. Painting the assembly proceeds apace. This is Phil Lewis. What's he been doing? Oh, pork scratching. I don't know. That was probably the front bit, was it? 33, yep. Do. That's that. 37 and 44. The other bits of the exhaust system by the looks of it. I got those for that. Can't quite see that, but that's the headlight assembly pieces as well. So we've got those two for the side, that for the front, those for the front sides, and the headlight bits have got to go together. So let's do some more sanding while I read anything. No, nothing else has come in through the chat, so that's easy. I don't have to read it. I'll just stay here and talk. Welcome to the 25 people that are apparently watching. If you haven't popped in and said hello in chat, then by all means come through and say hello. Any questions, observations, abuse, all gratefully accepted. Come and say hello. Everyone's going to keep thingy. It actually says you may want to paint the interior after this stage. Yeah, so if you're new to the chat, pop in, say hello. Hello. If you're not new to the chat, then you can still pop in and say hello. I don't mind. It's always nice to hear from you lot, because otherwise it's just me talking to myself. And I do that enough when I'm not actually live on the internet. Anything you need to particularly say and shout out at me, you're welcome to use the super chat button, which makes little beepy noises apparently. And hopefully I shouldn't be able to miss anything, but so the chat's not exactly scrolling up faster than I can see already. So normal messages, put them in capitals so they stand out a little bit, or put exclamation marks or lots of X's and things. Then I'm sure I'll be able to see what's what. Other than that, that's pretty much everything today. So Christmas in a couple of days. Hopefully, I'm not going to be doing the. I know I've put up a few R2 videos every day. There's not another one to go up tomorrow, so you can have tomorrow off. No new videos to go up yet. I'm still doing the MIGs for the e-models people. Approaching the end of a video on that, I think. I'm going to get the basic assembly done and then do a second video on the painting. To save, waiting around a long time before uploading a big video. It's easier to upload a couple of smaller videos. Other than that, yeah. As I say, next Wednesday is the next video on my channel, which will be the evening with everyone, where everyone's welcome to come on, sort of live on air, talk to the nation, or 10 people that are watching or whatever. Anything goes. It doesn't have to be model related. It's sort of a model making channel, but if you've ever watched the Monday Night E-Models channel, you'll see that we don't stick to a script of model making or anything like that. So you're welcome just to come in and say hello. Let's just check. Everything seems to be okay still. Just see chat hasn't moved for a little while, so making sure my broadcast is still going. I get lonely when nobody talks to me. Let's see, figure out how these headlight bits are going to go together. It's like a backing piece and a mounting piece that goes onto one of these. So let's have a look. That's the inside bit, that's the back bit. Not that back bit. Look at that back bit. Oh right, it's just the back cover for the light. That's right, that's fair enough. Nice to see how it goes together, because then you can figure out what bits need to be sanded to look nice and what bits you can get away with just sanded to fit. So these bits are actually going on the inside of that framework, so they just have to be down enough to fit together. There we go. And that one. So I think the next page is putting the tracks onto the body of the tank thing itself, Taurox, and that's pretty much probably a good place to call it a night. Let's get these together, get these bits on, and see where we are. That's that. Right, let's see. That goes on the back of that one. Just like that. That's cool enough. Actually, it doesn't go inside anything. It does go on there, but it fits from the top, so the bottom doesn't have to be nice and shiny. But you've got a nice big area there for the glue to go onto. I'll put them together, and when they're set, I'll be able to give those another little sand and blend the edges a little bit. There we go. That bit to go. Right, let's have a quick flick over the page and see. Yeah, we're putting the bits on, and that's the end of that section. So yeah, once that's done, that will be the end of that section. Just get the bottom of these sanded together a little bit. Now they're glued together. Do 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 do. Right. Oh. Where did I put the big? Oh, it's up there. Thought I'd lost the entire build for a minute there. Couldn't see it, but now I see it. There we go. Right, so we've got that's going to go on the front there. No engines in these things. I don't know how they work. That's a good fit on there as well. Good. Get some glue sucked up through there. Now obviously this would be a removable part on the real truck anyway, so that's why I'm not worried about having a invisible seam line down there. Get that on there. There we go. I assume you are still here because nobody said anything for a little while, but if I am talking to myself, let me know. That's that. There we go. Happy with that. Good. We've got the lights to go on with the bit on the inside. They go into the little grooves there. It's all nicely cut out, ready for them. Let's just get some glue on there. Cool. Both in there, nice. Still lots of detail on these. They're quite nice. Nice builds, but yeah. Right, these have got a particular way round to go, and where do they go? They go onto those that are there, cut back one way or the other. So yeah, that just goes on there, nice and easy. Just around that outline. And while I'm on this side, let's do the engine bits that join up. Obviously those 4 areas. Cool. They're obviously all going to be painted in metallics as and when everything gets painted. There we go. One more blob to go on there. Cool. Right, oh, there is still chat going on, but for some reason my chat on the iPad there is locked up. So, apologies to everybody that's been here and I've been ignoring you. Yeah, that's not working. Let's have a look over here and see what we've got going on. Don't glue the book bars on, that was what I last saw. Candygram from Mongo says, on Dad's YouTube channel, clicking around like maniac, can't find a way to send a PM. Does YouTube still allow PM? Candygram from Mongo, if you're having trouble getting in contact with Dad, you can always give me a shout, unless you sorted it out later down in the chat, in which case ignore me. But, oh, there we go, I'm back there now. If you haven't, then by all means send me a mail. Actually, you've got my details anyway, you can always contact me. But if anyone does need to get me, you can get me at grossmodels@gmail.com. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's already sent you an email. There you go. Can't autocorrect. Right, there we go, that's sorted. Fox is saying, watching Chris making this make me want to do another one. You don't normally build more than one of each kit, do you? So that's... Oh, Is that because I'm doing everything hideously wrong that you're thinking, oh, don't do it like that, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it properly? Dad's saying the same thing. Reese is in, evening Reese. Googly Man is bloody big, says Paul. Reese, in Space Marine size, I forget. How many more tracks or wheels again, Fox? Oh yeah, that's a good point. If you're going to build another one, would you do it with wheels again, or would you do tracks? Fox says he'd do another one. He would do it with tracks because wheels get expensive. Not bad. Been building much. Warhamsters. Things to do. Have a great Christmas. The Orc Boys is off. Bye. Oh, you're probably already gone. Sorry, I'm behind on chat. Only the tech priest can answer that. Pascal's still here. We're all here. Everyone's still here. Good. Thank you. I see that now, but. Rhodey's doing some video editing. Apparently the stream's fallen over a few times. Your chat probably left behind and needs a really... Yeah, I did that on the thing. Gaz says you're welcome, used to being ignored. That mean you can talk about me? No, because I'm still here now. I'm back. Paul says you can contact Chris by phone on 07, and he's going to give out the rest of my phone number. And Fox says, no, it's a great kit, and you're having so much fun with it. Makes me want to build more for my army. Oh. Right, I'm going to get these two stuck down on here. They only go one way around now, you know, because there's little cutout bits on the thing, so you can only put them on. You can't put them on wrong. It's fine. I don't know how anyone could possibly think about getting these the wrong way around. It just doesn't work like that. That's that, and that is that. As ever, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for sitting and listening to my inane ramblings as I've been sticking bits of plastic together. As I say, next week probably more of the same. I didn't glue the little suspension bits in there, but I don't know if I can get in there. They don't really need it because there's pressure holding them in place anyway. Yeah, so hopefully more of the same next Sunday. I get my days mixed up. It's very strange. Paul says, right, you know, this is a regular thing now. Does that mean you're going to keep buying Warhamster kits so your fans can keep watching? No, the tradition is that somebody buys me the kit. That's what's happened with these two. So, yeah. No, I'm sure once this is done, I'll do something else. I'll find something to do. I like the look of some of the ghosty things. Not so much building, but more painting of the wraith figures and things like that. So I'll have a look at them at some point in the new year. But this is obviously going to keep me going for another few weeks. Apparently I'm screwed because I don't want to let the fans down. Yeah, you're right. Kenneth says, Merry Christmas, Chris. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you tonight. Yes, because Kenneth's already in the future. It's already Christmas Eve for Kenneth. So, yeah, I shall see you later. And tomorrow for us people on the right side of the planet. Let's just have a nose ahead and see next time. Oh, we'll get some legs. Start doing some dude action. So, no, let's leave that for next time. I'll put the lid on my glue without spilling it. There you go, see? And that now goes safely back out the way. So, yeah, so far, that's really come along tonight. I'm from just having tracks to now doing this. We're all sorted. So, yeah, thanks everybody for coming in and watching. Merry Christmas all. See you before the new year, but after the Christmas. As I say, the next thing is going to be Wednesday night, which is Boxing Day. Stay tuned. I'll put some posts up over the next few days to let everybody know how to get on and join in. So if you want to join in, feel free. If you don't, come and watch. Other than that, so no E-models this week, but Saturday there is the build of the what is it, Sherman. I'm doing the Sherman Firefly for some reason. But Fox and Ted are building as well. We'll see how that works. And next Sunday, so should be back for this. More tracks. Look, there you go, Kenneth. Tracks. Look, see. I'm going to click the button and finish up. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.